The officials, Tom Danaher, Ken Kelly, Norma Jones, as we are set for tip-off here. First of two today in the semifinals from Albany. Tap controlled there by Lowenthal. Now the kick for Groom. Knocked away from Rice, and the Stags will keep it. They're tired in their red. Iona the higher seed in the white. Meg Kaskin. And off the inbound, a foul is called.
Good start for Groom to attack the basket. She was a little quiet yesterday, and they need some scoring from her, Dean, in order to win this game today. But it looks like she's in an aggressive mode, ready to attack the basket today.
First one up and good there by Groom. Our coaching matchup is brought to you by Anaconda Sports in the Rock. Joe Frager's in his first year, and he's led them to 22 wins. Groom gives them the early 2-0 lead.
Expect to see straight man-to-man half-court today by Fairfield. It's their staple defensively.
Lowenthal with the long bounce for Groom. Bring it back out. Kaskin wears 11. Royce wears 15. Lowenthal 40. They also set up Guillen high. And on the wing, Lauren Groom. Guillen missed an extended period of time, 9 games because of mononucleosis. But played well yesterday, especially on the defensive end.
She got 27 minutes under her belt yesterday, and she did not play in the previous 2 meetings of these 2 teams. So I think she'll be a key matchup for Fairfield.
Rice tips that one in as it hit all corners of the cylinder, and a quick 4-0 lead here for the Stags. Rice the leading scorer on the team. Averaged 16.4 in the regular season. And a first-team all-conference player. Here's a second-team all-conference player. Tiara Hedden, and it fell over.
Fairfield's going to have to do a better job on those dribble handoffs if they expect to stop Iona today. Guillen slid behind and gave her a great look at the basket. They're going to have to get over the top of those dribble handoffs.
And Anthony Bozzella, the head coach in his 6th year, 70 wins overall. And once again, leading them to another winning season for the 3rd consecutive year. Cook, DeFalco, Jessica Smith, Tiara Hedden, Anna McClain on the floor as we start for Iona. Cook had a good game in the semis yesterday, 15 points and 9 boards. She's a very athletic guard who can get a lot of offensive rebounds.
And Fairfield leads the league in scoring defense, and they're out-rebounding their opponents by 6.
Rice bounced it down to the feet of Lowenthal, and the turnover. Both coaches came over to us prior to the game, and they said the team that protects the ball best, the team that rebounds the best, gets the W after 40 minutes.
It's very true, and despite their contrasting styles, Fairfield likes to play a half-court game, Iona a full-court game. Limiting turnovers will be a huge factor in the winner today.
Long range for Hedden, and Kaskin for the cleanup. What a day yesterday for Megan Kaskin. 10 points, 12 assists, her first career double-double, and did not turn the ball over. That's the amazing stat.
Not a single turnover in that game yesterday.
Lowenthal the elbow.
Yeah, good matchup here to watch today, Lowenthal and Jessica Smith.
Jessica Smith played well for the Gales yesterday. Curling inside, it's Kaskin. They will dare her to drive the ball. They will dare her to shoot from the perimeter.
And she's taking advantage. They're playing off, and she took it right to the basket.
6-2 lead for the Stags. McClain got out of control. Guillen is a tough defender on the block.
Here we see Kaskin taking it right to the basket. Great start by her because they don't really ask a lot of her offensively. It's great that she got a score early in the game for Fairfield. And Iona again with their full court pressure is going to try to take the ball out of Fairfield's hands, creating turnovers, bad passes.
There's a long toss for Rice.
One way to beat it is to throw all the way over the top.
Sabra Rice, senior, Riverside, New Jersey, joining the backcourt with Kaskin. Kaskin very adept at finding people in the passing lanes.
Little zone here from Iona.
And Rice buries the wing 3.
And if they're going to play zone, they can't leave her alone.
Sabra Rice had a quiet game yesterday in the semifinal win against Siena with just 7.
When it's a big game, she's going to come up big, and they cannot leave her alone out on the perimeter.
Turnover on trying to control the ball after the defensive tip.
Great ball movement here by the Fairfield team. And there's no one near her. She gets a great look at the basket.
Gales called for a timeout, facing a 7-point deficit, 3:12 into the ballgame. As Tony Bozzella was he concerned with his team's effort. Fairfield is just getting after it more here in the early part of the game.
They are. In Fairfield, after talking with most of the coaches here in the league, is a team that everyone's afraid of.
Hey, don't miss out on the excitement. Get your tickets for the Citizens Bank MAAC Basketball Championships now through Monday, right here at the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. To buy tickets, call 1-800-30-EVENT or go to MAACsports.com for more information. Still plenty of basketball to be played. Coming up, second semifinal today in the women's bracket. You've got Marist and St. Peter's, and then you got 4 men's quarterfinal games going on probably till about 1 a.m. tomorrow morning.
It's a great day for basketball fans. But again, a lot of these coaches think that Fairfield has a chance to get to the finals and possibly win this MAAC conference tournament.
Well, they were the preseason MAAC pick to end up in the 2 spot. They actually tied Iona with 11-7 record, but because Iona had swept them in the regular season, they got the 3 seed.
Again, a key today will be the addition of Guillen, who missed both those games. Gives them a better defensive look. She's an excellent rebounder, and she'll also get 6 or 8 points a game.
Stephanie Guillen wears number 32, missing 9 games, tail end of the season. Runner inside.
Tough shot by Hedden.
Hedden owns their 4 points, 9-4 now. Rice looking to break pressure. Sabre Rice named first T-ball back, one of the tri-captains on the team. Long toss for Groom. Lowenthal, very good off the dribble. Groom, long toss. And a pretty save by Guillen, but Haskin was on the sideline. First media timeout. 4 minutes and a second into this one. Early lead for the Stags, 9-4. Back here at the Citizens Bank MAAC Championship Women's Semifinals, and Fairfield with the early 9-4 lead, and they need to get Tiara Hedden scoring quick and often. She scores their first 4.
And they also have to get, I think they have to get over the top of those pick and rolls and those dribble handoffs out front. You see how deep she got into the lane for that shot. I think they've got to put more pressure on the perimeter.
Fairfield has done a great job on the offensive glass. Out of their 5 boards, 3 of them are on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities. Here's Tessina Cook for 3. McLean had it. Tipped away. Lowenthal comes out. Bindu Lowenthal, Jr. She's out of New Jersey 23 times in double figures in the regular season. Also had a pile of double-doubles, 13 in her career. Be kept by the Stags.
I've called her one of the most underrated players in this league. She can do it all. Rebound, shoot, score, off the drive, off the spot up. She can do a lot of good things.
She's quick on the perimeter, pulls big people out away from the basket.
She's hard to guard.
Under 10 on the shot clock. And they reverse for the Rice 3. She's hit a couple from the left side. 8 points today for Sabre Rice. She already has more now than she did the entire game yesterday.
Did not shoot well yesterday, but she must have had a great pregame meal today because she's firing it up.
Ed tried to turn the corner, was impeded there.
Again, it's great ball movement. Goes inside, then back out, and ball reversal. And when you move the ball that easily, you're going to get good looks at the basket.
Guillen picks up the personal foul. Each team now with 1. As Bozzella has gone to his bench and brought in Naima Ricketts wearing number 3. Put back McLean. Put back McLean again. Best offensive rebounder in the league.
And you see why on that play. Just aggressive and nonstop hustle on the boards.
First 2 today for Anna McLean. And a foul there at 3-quarter court. DeFalco picks up the personal. Her first, second on the team. Groom is taken out. Mika Wirtz, the super sub, has come in. She gave him a real lift off the bench yesterday. Game high 18 points she scored. It's Kaskin, one with Syria wearing number 31. Lowenthal, Rice out there. And Lowenthal at the top. Guarded on D by Smith. Here's Mika Wirtz instantly into the game, and usually when she hits that first shot, watch out.
She is tough to guard, but I love when she comes in the game because she brings more than stats. She just lifts her team with energy and enthusiasm. Super sub is a great description of her.
Zena Cook came back with the answer. 15-8, Stags. Near steal. Picked up by Rice, and wisely, she'll pull it out and wait for her teammates to catch up. Kaskin runs it at the point.
And they didn't steal the ball with the pressure there, but when Fairfield gets it in the half-court situation, they're down to 12, 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Now 4 on the shot clock, and Bozello will allow Kaskin to shoot all day.
He'll let her take every shot if she were to choose to do so.
Falco for the runner inside on Kaskin. Kaskin shoots just 28% from the field in the regular season.
Here we see again good ball movement by Fairfield. And you see the value, even though Wirtz makes that shot, you see the value of Lowenthal. Not only can she score, she's a great passer. And Wirtz comes in off the bench for instant offense.
Lauren DeFalco had a good line yesterday. 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 on 3, 6 of 6 at the free throw line. Led him with 19 in the win against Loyola.
Tremendous performance yesterday and great leadership from the point guard position. Probably as important as her line yesterday.
She's been in many a big setting.
She's played a lot of games, a lot of pressure games, so this is nothing new to her.
Tie up at three-quarter court. And the arrow will go back the other way. DeFalco led her Iona Gales against Marist in the MAAC final last year. A game that went to overtime, eventually won by Marist.
They've been down this road before, and he's got some experience on this team. And you've got to believe that the pressure, it may not pay off now, but the pressure that they exert is going to take its toll on Fairfield over the course of 40 minutes.
Naima Ricketts, one of the quicker guards, joining DeFalco. On the rotation, it's Jessica Smith. Ball tipped free there by Lowenthal, and it's Tessina Cook.
Good defensive effort there by Fairfield. Better job on those dribble handoffs.
And quickly in transition, Sabra Rice.
And it is Rice time today. Very quiet yesterday, but she's not quiet today. 9
points, entry to McLean. And she drew a 3-second call. So turnovers by both teams this year. Fairfield averaged 17. Iona averaged nearly 23 a game. Fairfield really protected the ball yesterday in their win against Siena, as they turned it over just 9 times.
It's a good number. Anytime you keep those turnovers below double digits, you're doing a great job.
Stags 7-point lead. And that's Kaskin coming over to the back. That'll be her second personal foul. That's tough to take on Anna McLean when you're coming from the backside.
It sure is, and that is critical to Fairfield because they really don't have a backup point guard. When she goes out, a lot of times they'll bring Rice to the point, and if Rice is handling the ball, it doesn't allow her to spot up on the perimeter as much. So that's a critical foul by Kaskin.
The other thing is Kaskin usually goes 40 minutes. I mean, she's number 2 in the MAAC in minutes played.
Right, she played 37 yesterday.
We'll see who's going to step into that
we'll
role.
Have to see who steps up here and handles the ball.
Mika Wirtz is on the floor. Here's DeFalco. Oh, she got clobbered afterwards. Mika Wirtz came over and took her pins out.
Well, they're still going behind those dribble handoffs, and it's giving Iona very good looks at the basket. Here we see her attacking the basket. Good look there by DeFalco.
DeFalco with 4 points. And she is on a roll in the free throw line. She has hit 8 consecutive here in the MAAC playoffs.
Look for Lowenthal to do some of the ball handling too against this press. with Kaskin out of the game. More of a forward center type, but she's also an excellent ball handler.
Syria was calling for the ball. Ivakovic just into the lineup, did a good job of banging it off Syria to the bench.
And you see how unsettled they are with Kaskin on the bench.
Tony Bozzella definitely has to take a shower after each game. He gets worked up and always has the lather going, doesn't he? Barking at his players. 12-minute mark. His team down by 4.
Keeps that jacket on, though. Joe Frager, he gets rid of the jacket early.
Right. I didn't even see him wear one into the arena.
He had it on to start the game, but it's already off.
Heading in the corner. Screen set by Smith. Hadn't scored their first 4 points. They'll take the shot clock down to 7. Lauren DeFalco left it on the rim. Mika Wirtz teaming now with Saber Rice. Lowenthal up there with Sherelle Moore, who led him in rebounding yesterday. And Lauren Groom.
Well, it's one way to eliminate the defensive pressure that Iona brings, and that's to keep them from scoring, because when they don't score, they can't set up their press. When they defend and rebound, there's not so much pressure brought by Iona.
Again, Megan Kaskin now with 2 personal fouls, and Lowenthal got clipped. She was leaning in on Ivakovic. So there is the situation with the point guard on the bench. That is Megan Kaskin. She went out at the 12.5-minute mark. Fairfield up by 4.
This is Siena, a college that builds competence and character, where you're part of a team, a place of academic rigor that builds leaders, offering opportunity and values that prepare you for change, leadership, and life. The tradition, the community of Siena, educating for success, one student at a time.
Welcome back to the Times Union Center, where Fairfield leads Iona 17-13, in large part due to their three-point shooting. We see good ball movement. Rice with the 3. And again, Rice with another 3. And then we'll see Wirtz come in off the bench, skip pass, and a 3 by Wirtz. Fairfield shooting 60% from the three-point arc in the first half.
And Fairfield on the season shooting just 31%. That is the 7th worst, actually, in the MAAC. There is the leader on the floor, Saber Rice. And now more pressure falls on her shoulders with Megan Kaskin out with the 2 personal fouls. They're a true point guard leader. However, Rice has played that position in the past.
She generally subs when Kaskin goes out at the point, so she'll take up some of the slack. Wirtz will take up some of the slack, and also Lowenthal.
Susie Fregosi, first time on the floor for Iona. She wears number 10, along with Ikovic, Hedden, Ricketts, and McLean. Zella's decided to put DeFalco on the bench for a rest. Wide open for the jumper. And Iona continues to attack the glass. Anna McLean, if you don't seal her, she'll eat you up all day.
Lowenthal did not get a body on her. Allowed her to get right to the glass, rebound, and score.
2-point ball game.
Oh, that could have been a disaster there. Nobody called that pick.
Send it down to Lowenthal. Tough matchup from McLean on the perimeter. Nice block.
Great block. Great recovery.
There's Ricketts the other way. Iona, 18 wins so far in the year. Ikovic dips it inside, and she has tied the ball game.
And a beautiful feed from Fregosi, one of the most decorated recruits out of the Long Island area from past year. A freshman who's playing much better and more minutes for Iona as we get deeper into the season.
Ikovic finished it from Serbia, played on the Serbian national team, U18 and U19 national teams. Rice, Lowenthal out there with Mika Wirtz. Sherelle Moore, they'll allow her to take that shot. Going to try to save it there with Ricketts. Staggs will keep it.
Here we see McLean get beat by Lowenthal. She's hard to guard, but she doesn't give up. She continues to hustle and then blocks the shot. Tremendous effort. It would have been easy just to say I got beat and not continue with the play, but she continues and blocks a shot.
You talked about a recovery time. Lowenthal will chase it down. Fairfield on the year averaging 61.5. They're known for the discipline of defense that they play. #1 in the league, giving up 56 points a game. Tara Flaherty has come into the lineup, throws it away.
Not a good pass. Not a good entry pass there.
Heading back on the floor, long range, she can knock it down and does so. The kid out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. 7 today for Head. She scored their first 4. Shoots 35% on threes. And the Gales have come back from a 9-point deficit to grab a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Hedden is critical. She doesn't get a lot of the publicity that some of the other players from Iona get. Here we see her spotted up. Can't leave her alone. And she drills the 3. She's one of the most athletic players in the league, and you just can't leave her with open looks.
Get your tickets now for the MAAC Baseball Championships at Waterfront Park, Trenton, New Jersey, May 22nd through the 24th. To buy tickets, call 609-394-3300 or go to MAACsports.com for more information. Baseball is just around the corner. A lot of the MAAC teams head south and play schools in the Carolinas and Florida. I know you're a part of that entourage that will be welcoming in the MAAC people.
I'll be part of that at Waterfront Park. I can't wait. We'll have the top 4 teams from the MAAC for the conference playoffs. And we're looking forward to it in May.
Pray for good weather.
Yes.
Rice out there, picked up on D by Hedden. Here's Lowenthal, step back.
Great help there by Ikovic on Lowenthal.
Hedden with McLean, Fergosi on the floor, Ikovic and Cook. This is an athletic group right now. Down to the box and McLean for the spin. McLean was 6 coming on. We welcome you to the 2008 Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Tournament. Fairfield and Iona semifinals. Along with Mike Ryan, I'm Dean Darling. Thanks for joining us. Fairfield in the red, Iona in the white. Iona's come back from 9 to take a 5-point lead.
And Dean, that's the second time they've set that high screen midcourt, and this time Hedden really got hit hard. Your teammates have got to call that.
Yeah, you got to get help on that.
But she didn't see it coming, and nobody called it, and she ran into Lowenthal, and she may as well have run into a brick wall. I mean, they crashed hard.
She's got some bees in her head right now.
I think she's a little shook up.
Trader over there attending to her. Catherine Lutz has come in. Bozella told us that he would play Lutz against the zone because she's a zone buster. Wearing number 44.
Right, he's moved her to guard, taking her out of the forward position, trying to get her more looks on the perimeter.
Ikovic with a nice spin, but too hard. Fairfield, a hot team. They've won 12 of their last 15. The 22 wins, the most since the 2000-2001 team that won 25 games and went to the NCAA tournament. Foul down low in the paint area, called out by Norma Jones. Tony Bozella has seen his team come back from 9 to jump out to a 5-point lead. First semifinal of the day, Iona leading Fairfield 22-17. Contrasting styles as they started today, and it's playing out right here.
And Iona has come back with their presence in the paint. Here we see Hedden go to the basket. And an offensive rebound by McLean. And a great feed to Ikovic and a score in the paint. So Iona has come back by scoring down low and in the paint.
In fact, they've outscored Fairfield 14-4 in the paint. Here's the key, is that the Stags lost their point guard with 2 personal fouls as Megan Gasket just got back in. They haven't scored over a 5-minute period with her out of the lineup. And obviously, Joe Frager realizes that. He's got her back in there, and playing with the 2.
I think it's a smart move on his part. I think she's got to play.
Catherine Lutz hits long range And then Miko Wirtz goes down. Now that's Kaskin, I believe,
That's
or Rice.
Rice is
so it
down.
is Rice. And she took a heavy thud in the paint area. And this has already been a very physical game. Sabre Rice, Riverside, New Jersey.
And we're going to see the head and pick here that took her out of the game, at least temporarily. Looks like Rice is going to be okay. But this pick at midcourt, her teammate has to call this. Whoever is guarding Lowenthal, and in this case it's McLean, has got to alert her that that midcourt pick is there so she doesn't crash in and knock herself out.
What
She's
you
still
saw
on
there
the
on the
bench.
monitor
Yeah.
is there weren't a lot of teammates near her, though. Even if you could yell out, they were pretty far distance
And
away.
maybe
from her.
McLean did in her defense, but she was a distance away, but she still has to alert Hedden that that pick is being set, so she can either slide behind or get over the top.
Officials confer with each other. Keep it on the near end. Hedden remains out and was off to the good start. 3 of 4 from the field, 7 points to lead them in scoring.
And I hope we see her again today. She may have gotten her bell rung there.
And the jumper goes down.
Great execution there on the out-of-bounds play.
Warren Groom, hot shooting of late, coming into the tournament on the year, averaged 6.9 a game, 4th best on the team. Here's McLean, and McLean rattles in another one. Anna McLean has 8 points. Prior to last time out, she had 6 boards, half of them on the offensive end.
Well, I think Iona is smart there going to McLean because she came ready and willing to play today, and they knew that Fairfield would play behind, so the entry passes down low have been fairly easy, and they're going to her and letting her go to work.
Draws the double team. They look for ball reversal to Cook. Tapped out. Reset. Throwaway. Lowenthal 3-on-2. Over for Gossi. Lowenthal gets some spacing and puts it home.
Fairfield making a run here. All is right with the world now that Kaskin is back. You see how important she is just because they're playing better, playing with more confidence. She's so key to their team.
And they turn it over once again.
Here we see the entry pass into McLean. They play behind. She catches the ball too deep. And once she turns, it's an easy bucket for McLean.
Bozella had kept DeFalco out for a period of time. He just brought her back in. So both starting point guards are back in the lineup, and they miss the leadership at times. 27-21. Gales lead it.
Yes, Kaskin back on the bench at the moment. I think he's going to try to do a little offense-defense with her the balance of this half. Try to get some minutes from her.
They take her out on that last stoppage
Right,
of
and
play.
not let her pick up that third foul.
5:24 left. He had brought her back in at about the 7-minute mark. And Kaskin, they said they carried her to the bus after the game yesterday because she played a heck of a game.
She was so exhausted, yes, they carried her to the bus.
They were pumping Gatorade into her, water. She's such an integral part of the team. Consecutive turnovers now by the Gales. Gales have won 7 in a row against the Stags, but here's an interesting nugget. In neutral site games, Fairfield has won all 4 meetings.
Fairfield is also the only number 3 seed to ever win this MAAC conference tournament, and they are the number 3 seed again this year.
Both teams tied for second in the regular season at 11-7, but they got the seed on the tiebreaker. That's Lauren Groom. Lauren Groom, a great outside shooter, 7 today.
Best perimeter shooter, and she's played well as of late.
So the Gales lead has been sliced to 3. DelFalco, Lutz, Huber on the floor with Smith as well as Cook. DelFalco got some time to get a look. And Rice to race out. Sabre Rice inside the arc. Don't know if Frager's happy with that one.
I don't think so. I think he wanted them to turn it over more in that possession.
And Lowenthal stuck out her right knee. Called on a personal.
Here we see Fairfield again on the perimeter. And a great skip pass to Groom. She just flared off that little handoff. Word saw her across court, and she drills the jumper.
First one on Bindu Lowenthal on the foul. Tessina Cook will be shooting. 79% true at the line this year. She played on several state champion high school teams. Came through a Tech out of New Jersey. Sherelle Moore coming back in. Lowenthal will leave. And Tiara Hedden will be checking in on the next stoppage. Obviously, she's going to replace Cook.
That's a good sign. I thought she'd been hurt pretty badly on that pick.
Sabre Rice also got whacked before. She stays out there. Foul in there for Cook.
Pardon me, Dean. You may not see much emotion on Sabre Rice's face, but Coach Frager says she is one of the most competitive players he has ever coached. And for a guy that's coached a national championship team, that's saying a lot.
And this is the first year he's had her. Came over from Southern Connecticut State, where he won a Division II championship just a year ago. And already posting 22 wins. 22-8 as we started today. Fairfield's had some impressive non-conference wins. Now went off the mark against Boston College and Richmond. And 10-1 in non-conference games.
I think a candidate for postseason play. I really do.
If they were to get knocked off today.
Get knocked off today.
Lutz did not touch iron. She got the net, but she didn't get the cylinder. Iona's been all inside today as they lead by 5 with 3:39 left. First half, first semifinal.
St. Peter's College, success is a team effort. St. Peter's College, education one student at a time.
First semifinal today of the MAAC Women's Tournament, 29-24. Gales of Iona continue to pound the ball inside and lead by 5 at the 3:39 mark. Hey, high school musical fans, come join us at the Citizens Bank MAAC Basketball Championships tomorrow here at the Times Union Center in Albany, New York, where Drew Seeley, the voice of Troy from High School Musical, will be the host of entertainment that day. And Seeley will sing the national anthem prior to the 11 a.m. championship game. He'll give a mini concert and sign some autographs. To buy tickets, call 1-800-30-EVENT. Go to MAACsports.com for more information. Along with Mike Ryan, I'm Dean Darling. Thanks for joining us here in the morning hours from Albany, New York. Number 2 seed Iona taking on the number 3 seed Fairfield. Double dribble call. And turn it back.
A couple things jump out at me here, Dean. In points in the paint, Iona leads 16-6. So done a great job getting the ball inside for easy scores.
And a lot of that's Anna McLean. 8 points and 6 rebounds. 13 minutes of action.
Good first half.
Fairfield turned the ball over 9 times yesterday in the win against Loyola. They've already turned it over 9 times here in this one. Put back. 10 points in the paint.
The other thing that I think is critical is Guillen has only played 8 minutes in this half, and she's coming back from mononucleosis, and I'm wondering if, having played yesterday for 27 minutes, trying to turn around and play again this morning at 9:30, might have taken its toll on her, because she was critical in their win yesterday.
Back-to-back turnovers there on the Stags as Rice boots it to the baseline. We're going to see the same scenario coming up in the next game. Julianne Vianney, bothered by mononucleosis, played 34 minutes for Marist yesterday, and I was reading online that she said she was stuck in wind in the second half.
I believe it. I was surprised she started and played that many minutes.
And she'll be playing against St. Peter's in our next event.
Because it takes some time to get your game legs back under you, and I think maybe that's affecting Guillen a little bit today, but they miss her because she gives them great rebounding. She's very long, has the Inspector Gadget arms, as Coach Joe Frager calls it. It's unfortunate, but I think maybe she's feeling the effects of yesterday.
Jessica Smith hits that one. First foul on Sherelle Moore. Team foul situation, 6 on the Stags, 4 on the Gales. Numbers on Jessica Smith. Good game yesterday, 8 points, a couple boards. Was active defensively. It's up to a 9-point lead. So both teams now have enjoyed 9-point advantages during the course of this first half.
This may be a game where the team that has the last run wins.
Mika Wirtz, who scored on her first shot from the right corner, drives the ball inside. She's got 5.
And they need her energy. She's been a little flat today.
She averages 6 in the regular season. She describes herself as outgoing and bold.
Well, that's very accurate.
So the answer there, once again, by the Gales, 9 points for Tiara Hedden. Wirtz out there with Groom. Groom on the fade. Hit a couple wing threes. Driving the ball this time. Watch for the clear. Del Falco runs it at the point. Jessica Smith just hit a hard screen on Wirtz. So a palm is called. Point of emphasis over the last couple of years by the officiator.
And a good call. She put it right on her hip. Took a step with it on her hip. And here we go again with Iona in the paint. Hedden is a tough matchup for Groom, and she just puts it on the floor and goes to the goal.
Real quiet game yesterday for Tiara Hedden. She had just a total of 4 points, 2 assists, and 5 turnovers. It's a redemption game for her today. Lothrop's been off the mark.
Great weak side help there by DeFalco. Otherwise, she would have had an uncontested layup.
Mueller had scored earlier. Long skip for DeFalco. They let him play on, even though there was some physical activity in the paint.
Well, if you look at the players on the court, you see nose mask, face mask from broken noses. You see eye goggles from stitches in the eye.
Some bad shots put up. Finally, a good one there by Bindu Lowenthal. Joelle Noraki had missed. Bad miss by Bindu Lowenthal, but give her credit, she stayed after.
She stayed after. Good hustle on the boards. But they say it's not a contact sport, but if you look at these two teams on the court, you'll see that's not true.
There's DeFalco with the quick shot here in the final stages of the first half. We will take it down under 30 seconds. And the ball lost there by Mika Wirtz. So Joe Frager's decided to protect his point guard, keeping Kaskin out of the lineup. Coming up, MAAC halftime report. We'll have the MAAC Women's Awards posted for the 2007-2008 season. Tournament updates and first half stats and highlights.
Good point, Dean. I think he elected to keep her on the bench, which is probably smart. I thought he might use her a little off and on the last 5 minutes of this first half, but at least he can come back with her in the second half and only 2 fouls.
Iona will milk the clock. Final 15 seconds of the half. Here's Lutz. Moore on her hip. Offensive foul. Plenty of time for the Stags to get the ball and get it up court and get a good shot. Tony Bozzella irate over on the far sideline. Joe Frager obviously pleasantly surprised with that call.
I think a good call. She had good position, and Lutz kind of put her shoulder into her and knocked her over. I think a good call by the official there. And yes, they have plenty of time, almost 8 seconds. Look for Rice to create something off the dribble.
Down to 3, corner jumper. Noraki misses badly. And the Stags face a 7-point deficit at the break. Tiara Hedden led them in scoring with 9, and a lot of that was interior drives. 4 of 5 from the field to go along with 3 boards. Our halftime score, Iona 35, Fairfield 28. We'll be back with the MAAC halftime report after this. Usually doesn't take a shot from that range and knocks that one down.
Maybe she's gotten a second wind here in the second half. Not many minutes in the first. I think 8 or 9 minutes in the first half.
Only her second shot taken. She did play the 8 minutes. Jessica Smith with DeFalco, McLean, Cook on the floor, and Tiara Hedden. Iona will keep it. Once again, Iona swept the regular season series, knocking off Fairfield a couple times, but one of the games went to triple overtime. That is a record in the history of Fairfield basketball, 3 overtimes. 3
overtimes for Fairfield, yes. First time in their history. And a great, great game. Could have gone either way.
Jessica Smith, just 22% of the regular season on threes. That had to surprise the Fairfield defense. Bindu Lowenthal didn't shoot well in that first half. Get it up now for Groom. And McLean will wrap down another rebound. She had 6 in the first half, 3 on each side of the ball. Tiara Hedden led him with 9 points in the first half. Got her feet set. And Kaskin a good rebound. Not only is Kaskin obviously the leader of the point, but she's a very good rebounder, 5 a game in the regular season.
We've said it before, this league is full of great rebounding guards, and that's not something you teach. That has to come from them, and it's always a pleasure for a coach to have a rebounding guard.
You see the room DeFalco's giving her, just daring her to shoot the rock.
She's daring her to take that shot, and they'll give her that shot. Even if she makes it, they'll give her that shot. They'd rather her shoot it than Lowenthal and Rice.
She's 2 for 3 today, 4 points. Tony Bozzella told us before the game he has no problem if she takes double-digit shots. Again, she shoots under 30% on the norm. The runner off the mark.
Great box out there by Guillen on McLean to keep her off the offensive boards.
We'll let him in rebounds in the regular season, 8.4 a game. Kid out of Braintree, Massachusetts. Kaskin with a double high post facing her. Beating DeFalco off the dribble. Good help side that time from Cook.
Great help side and great block. You see Cook come across, weak side help, and then block the shot. One of the more athletic players on this Iona team.
Overplay by Smith. Poked free by Lowenthal. Now the look again for Kaskin. A 3-ball. She started yesterday's game that way. Shoots 19% on 19 shots.
Well, see if he stays with this strategy. He's going to give her that shot.
7 today for Megan Kaskin. Her career high, 10 points against Siena the regular season and 10 yesterday. Block foul.
That's quite a matchup there, those two. They've been going at it the whole game.
It'll be an inbound situation. Number 2 on Bindu Lowenthal.
Second foul on Lowenthal.
Got it inside off a long toss. And they draw the foul, and Bindu Lowenthal is putting her hand up. So the back fouls on Bindu Lowenthal.
She's still unhappy about the second foul, though. She thinks she was pushed off on there.
I think that stayed in her head. 2 shots for Tiara Hedden. Iona didn't miss at the free throw line of the first half, 7 for 7. Bozzella talking to his other coach on the floor. It's Lauren DeFalco.
And she truly is a reflection of him. She's fiery, she's emotional, and you always want your point guard on the floor to be a reflection of you and your values and what you think is important and how you think the team should be run. And she truly is a reflection of him. Very emotional and fiery.
Only had a good one in the past. Tony Horvath, he thought so much of her, he hired as director of basketball operations. She's on the bench with Bozzella now. Guillen for the clear. Fairfield down by 4.
Guillen has stepped up her level of play here in the second half. And that's going to be critical to Fairfield's.
She scored a couple of early hoops here in the second half. She only had 2 points in that first half. And now Jessica Smith. Offensive foul. Jumping into the lane there was Sherelle Moore. Comes away with a big grin.
They have to do more of that to prevent that dribble handoff because they use that to attack the basket. Here she is going to the basket. Her second basket of the half, of this second half.
And she's shown versatility. She had an elbow jumper and then the drive. Rice, Kaskin out there along with Moore, Guillen, and Groom. DeFalco to lead him out. The push pass for Hedden. Back is Rice. And Moore for the rebound. Moore led him in rebounds yesterday with 7.
It's great hustle back by Rice, too. Get back and get set and force her to take a shot that she really didn't want to take.
There's Kaskin. Stopped off the dribble there by DeFalco. Long look for Rice. Line drive shooter.
She has picked up where she left off in the first half.
3 for 4 on threes, 13 points. DeFalco will stop and pop. A lot of loose balls.
That clearly was a point of emphasis, though, in Coach Frager's locker room at halftime, is they have to keep McLean off the offensive boards.
Lean-in pass to Cook, who posted on. Kaskin put back. There's McLean eating glass again.
Well, that was tough. Kaskin had to rotate down and pick her up, and she's no match on the boards for McLean.
Sabre Rice has had the outside touch today. 3 of 4 on threes.
On the shores of the Hudson River and on the forefront of technology is where you'll find Marist College. For more than 60 years, Marist professors, students, and alumni have been making an impact beyond the classroom, shaping the future and respecting the past. Through our partnerships, internships, and initiatives with some of the nation's leading companies, Marist College prepares students for a full and successful life filled with opportunity. And it all begins here at Marist College.
12-5 run by the Fairfield Stags after trailing by 7.5 has brought them within 1.
We're going to take a look at offensive rebounding here by Anna McLean. Ball goes inside, and because she has to go over and help here, hold it right there. You see 32 right here has to go over and help. That leaves Kaskin here for offensive or defensive rebounding. She's no match for McLean inside, and Roll It McLean takes it up strong and scores. So because Guillen had to go over and help, there was no one for defensive rebounding on the weak side. That left Kaskin there, and again, no match for McLean.
The other thing is Kaskin's not going to foul there because that would be her third.
No, and she can't afford to foul there. It would have been a silly foul, so she just had to let her go.
She played only 9 minutes in that first half, and they're a different ball team when she's on the bench. DeFalco to pick up on Kaskin. Good matchup right there. Here's Rice. Lost the ball. Cecina Cook has a big opening ahead of her. Quick with the basketball. A 3-point lead now for the Gales.
And this is not a tempo that Fairfield wants to play. This is clearly Iona's tempo.
Here's Groom. She can hit from that district. Lauren Groom shot 37.7% on the regular season to lead the squad. She's tied it at 43. Groom double digits with 10. Her season high 15 in the regular season against Canisius. Del Falco for the setup to Smith. They feed inside. Points in the paint again for the Gales.
It's a great feed. Great lead pass there to the inside so that she can score.
12 today for Tiara Hedden, who was shaken up briefly in that first half. She took on a hard pick. Guillen out there with Kaskin along with Groom, Rice, and Sherelle Moore. Moore's got a lot of time today.
She has, and she's been instrumental in defending down low in the paint. She's not very big, but she's very athletic.
Very good on the boards, too. Rice, left wing, drawing air. And a shot clock violation. Tiara Hedden let it go out of bounds. Iowa basketball. Joe Frager's team is down by 2 with 14-12 left in the second half. Rachel Fitz and the Marist Red Foxes will be taking on number 5, St. Peter's. Marist, the defending champs of the MAAC, will be coming up in our second semifinal of the day as they await that game. Hey, High School Musical fans, come join us at the Citizen Bank MAAC Basketball Championships, housed right here at the Times Union Center in Albany, where Drew Seeley tomorrow will be, who's the voice of Troy from High School Musical, will be here hosting a day of entertainment. He'll sing the national anthem. He'll also do a halftime concert and sign some autographs. To buy tickets, call 1-800-30-EVENT or go to MAACsports.com for more information. There's the updated bracket as Iona Fairfield facing off. Semifinal 1, semifinal 2 coming up right after the Marist and St. Peter's. Lauren DeFalco now for Jessica Smith. Here's Cecina Cook from the baseline. Kaskin for another rebound. 25-25 in the rebound category right now. Rice saves the ball. That is a double dribble. She did pick up the ball.
She did.
It was going through my head. Don't dribble the ball again, and she did.
But fairly even in rebounds, as we said early in the broadcast, pretty evenly matched teams.
Turnover count, 13 now on the Stags, 10 on Iona. Iona winning 18 in the regular season, guaranteed their 3rd consecutive winning season. And McLean is just a force inside, double digits with 12.
Well, she is, but they're allowing her to catch the ball extremely deep, and Guillen is playing behind. I think they've got to make an effort there to either side front or even completely front and force him to throw it over the top. She certainly has the ability to do that, but she's no match when it comes to a post-up down low. She's just not strong enough to handle McLean.
Tipped out of bounds there by the Gales. Christina Cook. Anna McLean is 1 rebound away from a double-double.
She's been a force inside, and they just can't allow her to catch the ball that close to the basket.
Off the inbound, Mega works.
They execute as well as any team I've seen this year off inbounds plays underneath. Excellent job there by Fairfield.
7 today for Mika Wirtz. DeFalco, wide open, Cook in the corner. Tacita Cook comes away, pumping her fist. Pretty happy about that 3. 9 today for her. We're under 12 and a half left. A 5-point lead for the Gales. Long range works. Jessica Smith has been good on the glass here in the tournament.
Great rip by Smith there. Yes, you're right. She's wearing those goggles because she has stitches above both eyes. Tells you how hard she plays and how she's willing to mix it up inside.
They run some tough practices there in New Rochelle.
They do.
Fairfield basketball. Tony Bozzella working at sideline. His first year, tough year. They lost 27 of 28 ball games. Started building the program though. Last year he led them to a school record 21 wins. They went to the postseason WNIT.
First time they've ever been to postseason play. Went to the 2nd round of the WNIT.
Played Indiana in a tough game at Indiana. Lost by 3 after knocking off LIU in the opener. Here's Kaskin, dared to shoot again. Another rebound for Jessica Smith. Lauren DeFalco, a 4-year player for the program. And McLean on the turn. Once he had good access to the basket. And a takedown. Ian comes away.
I'm not sure who took down who.
Ian comes away angry. They look to pick up the foul call. In any event, Iona holding on to a 5-point advantage.
What does it take to be a leader? A strong foundation to understand the challenges of our world. The vision to inspire others. The desire to make a difference. Jesuit education at Loyola. Preparing tomorrow's leaders today.
2008 Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Tournament semifinals, first of the day, and right now Iona the high seed, 50-45.
Iona is leading, but Fairfield has stayed in this game with their backcourt. We see Groom, we see Kaskin, and then we'll see Kaskin again with the jump shot. And their backcourt has kept them in this game today.
Kaskin coming up big here. Early part of the second half. Couple of assists. After playing only 9 minutes in that first half because of 2 personal fouls. Timeout is called. Timeout called by Bozzella's group. 50-45 right now. Don't miss out on the excitement. Get your tickets now for the Citizens Bank MAAC Basketball Championships now through Monday here at the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. To buy tickets, call 1-800-30-EVENT. Go to MAACsports.com for more information. The vicinity, come on out. Men's bracket opens up. Their quarterfinal action going off at 2:15 today. Loyola and Fairfield, followed by 3 other games. And still plenty of basketball to be played. Tomorrow's championship game in the women's bracket, 11 a.m. And then a couple men's semifinals on Sunday. Men's championship game, 7 o'clock Monday night. Walk off the inbound.
Well, they couldn't inbound it. Then they do inbound it and turnover.
Hey, here's the other thing. They burn a timeout as well.
They burned a 30-second to set up an out-of-bounds play, and then they commit the turnover.
Groom at the top.
Well, she had more all alone there, nobody on her.
And Cook on the reach in. Second one on Zena Cook. Rice, Groom, and Kaskin with their outside shooting, scoring 30 of their 45 points. Fairfield opened up real strong at the start of the ballgame, had an early 9-2 lead. And clawed back, took control at halftime by 7. Wirtz took the ball out of bounds on the sideline.
Again, the trap out of their zone created that turnover. And they've done a little more of that in this tournament than I saw them do during the regular season. Rather than full court pressing, they're trapping out of that 2-3 zone.
Fairfield's known for its defense. Micah, when you look at it, 56 points a game they give up. They've already given up 50, still 11 minutes left. A lot of that's been down low. You said they've been allowing McLean to get inside. A lot of turnovers here over the last couple minutes. Ian out there with Kaskin, Groom, Moore, Mika Wirtz. There's Groom, didn't even put it on the deck. And a clamp called against Ikovic.
Fairfield's coming back with Rice, and I think this is going to keep Lowenthal on the bench maybe another few minutes. She's sitting over there with 3 fouls.
Susie Bergosi comes back in. DeFalco exits. Ikovic leaves as well. Her second personal foul. Love the way Sherelle Moore enjoys the game. Always has a smile on her face. Even though she competes, she's happy out there.
And I think you can do both, and I love to see that. I love to see kids compete and enjoy competition.
With the screen being set. Mika Wirtz. I've really clamped on that the last couple of years. Second personal on Mika Wirtz.
She's pleading her case, but I don't think she's going to win this one.
That's for sure.
But again, she did it with a smile on her face.
Sir, ma'am, you got to be good to those officials. Huber entry again to McLean, who got it in a good area on the box.
I think she might have been surprised at how open she was there.
Bergosi to match up on Kaskin. Kaskin's a junior. Bergosi's the freshman. There's Gian. She hit one early in the second half from that spot. FTR heading for the rebound. Kid out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, whose mom's in attendance here today. Making a 12-hour trip up north. Kick on Kaskin.
I think this is her 15th or 16th game that she's attended this year.
2008 Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Tournament as we come to you from Albany, New York, Times Union Center. Micah Ryan's my partner. I'm Dean Darling. Thanks for joining us. Fairfield red, Iona white. Gales of Iona lead by 5. We've been stuck on 50-45 for a while.
We have. It's been a lot of bricklaying out here in the last couple of minutes. Due in large part to great defensive pressure by both teams.
Back cut by Moore. Nice block by Tiara Hedden. She timed it well. Cook in transition. With a shovel to McLean. She couldn't grasp the ball. Seen a lot of defense. A lot of turnovers from the two squads.
Great job there by Hedden to recover and block that shot from behind. Again, one of the more athletic guards in this league.
Neither team has scored in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Fairfield winning 12 of the last 15 as we started today. Earned the trip to the semifinals with a win of 15 over Siena yesterday. And Iona beat Loyola by 15 as well. Tony Bozzella working that sideline. He's assisted there by Christy Abadi. Want to get a plug in for her. He's been with her 11 years. Top assistant. And a 30-second timeout. See the timeouts remaining. Stags with 3. Iona with a couple. 9:05 remaining.
See what they do coming out of this timeout. They have the ball out of bounds underneath. And again, Fairfield executes out of bounds underneath, and also executes out of timeouts as well as any team I've seen all year.
Well-coached unit, Joe Frager. Get your tickets now for the MAAC Baseball Championships at Waterfront Park in Trenton, New Jersey, May 22nd through the May 24th. Buy tickets, call 609-394-3300 or just go to themacsports.com website for more information.
We'll see what they have. Execution out of timeouts is 1 well-coached teams and 2 disciplined teams.
That's the timeout. That's called it.
I know. I jinxed them. They can't even get the ball in bounds.
So it's evident here both teams have just stepped up the intensity of their defenses.
The defensive pressure has stepped up, and they also have scouted each other a lot.
They played now, what, 2.5 games?
Right. They played almost 3 games. They see each other on video exchange all the time, so there are no secrets anymore. It just comes down to who can execute and who can't.
Tony Buzzell said he went back to the hotel after his game yesterday, watched it on TV. Probably sick of seeing Fairfield.
Oh, we coaches are sick. See this again, and Iona matches up out of bounds, and they take away all the passing lanes, and there's just no place for Kaskin to go.
It's time to get it into Saber Rice. Saber Rice playing in her 119th career game today. Lowenthal was trying to run it inside. She's picked off on the play. Lauren Huber's whistled down on that. What a year last year for Joe Frager when he was head coach at Division II Southern Connecticut State. They won the National Division II title.
And they just scored on that inbounds play. I think that's what they wanted to do before.
9 today for Mika Wirtz. 8:40 mark. 3-point lead. Gales pushing it back to 5. Hedden's played a much better game today.
Yes, she has. And again, they go behind the ball handoff and the pick and rolls outside and get caught on her hip. She goes right to the goal. She turns the corner really well and gets right to the goal.
Great high school player at Chapel Hill High School in North Carolina. Here's Rice. Shoots another broken arrow. 2-pointer.
Those are line drives. You're right. They're broken arrows. But she has to step up here.
15 for Saber Rice.
They're going to need her down the stretch if they want to win this game.
They went out to the Cal Poly tournament, and she was named the MVP as they swept that tournament. Naima Ricketts for the stop and the drop. She played briefly in that first half, her first 2.
2 more points in the paint for Iona.
Bench is so important when you get to playoff time. The benches usually shrink, but those 3-4 players coming off are key.
Lowenthal finally gets to the basket but can't convert. They've done a great job of containing her today and not allowing her to do that.
Saber Rice continues to shoot the ball well from the perimeter. As she turns the corner, squares up, hits a 2-pointer. Those cheerleaders making plenty of noise, trying to spur their team on to a victory. 54-49, their team up. Loud noise in our headsets there.
A lot of noise there.
Hey, give them credit. A little after 11 in the morning. They're pumped up.
I do. I give them credit. The bands are here. I give them credit. They've been great to listen to.
That lady's been great. Anna McClain, 1 digit shy of a rebound of a double-double. Micah, you have reported several times about she's been given easy access to the ball. Posting up several times.
Well, she establishes position so close to the basket that once she receives the pass, it's tough not to score.
And because of her body strength, she can back down defenders.
And that's what she's done to Guillen. As athletic and gifted as Guillen is, she doesn't have the strength that McClain has. And I give McClain so much credit because we've talked about this before. She's reduced her body fat 31% down to 20% from last year, down to 20% this year, and just gotten herself much more physically fit than last year. So I give her a lot of credit for improving her physical abilities just through diet and exercise.
They'll take it to 5 on the shot clock and less. Saber Rice got a little arc under that one. Bindu Lowenthal for a tall rebound. They'll reset it. Fairfield on the year averaging 61.5 points a game. Trying to get over the 50-point mark. Lowenthal fell. What a tough shooting ball game for Bindu Lowenthal. She's now 3 of 9, 6 points.
Big basket there, but in general, they've done a very good job on her.
And I just saw Anna McLean just seal that time on Guillen. Guillen couldn't give help side defense.
No, she couldn't, and Smith just took it right to the goal.
Gaskin with Rice, Lowenthal out there, along with Wirtz and Guillen. Long look there by Wirtz.
Great hustle by Guillen.
Another Guillen coming back from mononucleosis. Out for a long period of time, missed 9 games, and that's the other reason. She's probably winded trying to stay with Anna McLean down in the box.
Well, she only played 8 minutes in the first half, but she's played a lot of minutes here in the second half.
Right to the cup for Bindu Lowenthal.
All right, we'll see McLean in this seal-off here. And there's no way anybody's going to get to Smith. You could have driven a truck down to the basket there. You can credit that. You can almost give her an assist on that.
Anna McLean, for playing as hard as she does, her first personal foul with 5:38 remaining.
Lowenthal, the best free throw shooter on the Fairfield team, but in general, their Achilles heel. Shooting about 67% as a team from the line this year.
10th in the MAAC. Get the roll on that one for Bindu Lowenthal. Catherine Lutz coming back in now for the Gales. Played in the first half.
She gives them perimeter shooting from that guard position. She also gives them size. She's very tall for a 2-guard.
4-point game favoring the Gales. Had a pretty easy game yesterday, knocking off Loyola by 15. Off the handoff to Zena Cook. Lauren DeFalco. Very quiet game for DeFalco. She drops that one in.
She drops it in, but yeah, you're right. Compared to yesterday, a very quiet game. But again, steady floor leadership, good defense. She's let the game come to her. She's not tried to do too much or score too much. And when you've got McLean inside, you don't need that much scoring from the perimeter.
Here's Groom. Ian got up there, got that rebound, allows Wirtz to set. What a rebound by Cook inside. So DeFalco takes some time off the clock. We're getting close to our final media timeout. We're at the 4:32 mark. Traveling violation. That's the kind that will drive coaches nuts.
Oh, you can see, and she had a mind to shoot that, and then she thought better of it, and it resulted in a travel. I don't think she's ever seen a shot that she doesn't like.
24 turnovers a game for the Gales. Kept the number down a little bit here in this ball game. Only had 17 yesterday. Tony Pizzell says, I'll take 17. It's better than in the 20s.
Better than their average, yes.
Good look there by Sabre Rice. From the right corner, another 3. 18 for Sabre Rice, and she's knocked down 4 triples. Ken Kelly, one of the umpires, has that call. Vote against the Stags. Gaskin went a long period of time without getting her 3rd foul. She got it right there.
Here we see that last basket. Again, the reason that Fairfield is sticking close, they leave Sabre Rice unguarded on the perimeter. I can't fathom why you would allow that.
And she's had real good looks. Dribble drive that time by Hedden.
Since she kind of shook the cobwebs out of her head in the first half after that terrible fall she took, she's really come around.
Good shooting today, 16 points, as you saw in the graphic.
But it took her the rest of the first half to really kind of get her bearings back.
With 3:44 remaining. Still a 5-point advantage for the Gales. We head to our final media timeout, regulation.
Fairfield University is among the nation's top-ranked Jesuit universities and a valuable resource to the region, graduating students who are well prepared to make meaningful and lasting contributions to the greater community. Students of all ages choose Fairfield University for its convenient location, flexible schedules, and its dynamic learning environment anchored in the time-honored values of a Jesuit education. Discover the treasure that is Fairfield University.
What are you looking for in a college? Cutting-edge academic programs, a faculty that's second to none, great recreational opportunities and residence halls? How about a college that will provide you with the education you need to become a leader in your profession and in your community? If that's what you're looking for in a college, you'll find it at Canisius. To learn more about Canisius College, call 1-800-843-1517 or visit us on the web at canisius.edu. Canisius College, where leaders are made.
Back here at Albany for semifinal in our Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Championship Tournament. Fairfield down by 5 to Iona. There you see the T-shirt with unfinished business being worn. That's a good motto.
That's the Iona motto for this tournament. They feel like they do have unfinished business after losing last year to Marist in the finals.
Lost in overtime.
Tough loss for them. They're trying to take care of business in this tournament.
So Fairfield's now just 4 of 7 at the free throw line. There's the brackets. Winner of this game advances to the championship game tomorrow to play the winner of our next game, Marist and St. Peter's. Two big makes right there. Woods with 11. Jet 18 yesterday. Quarterfinal win.
The difference again goes back to the points in the paint by Iona.
And one. Game came over late. And McLean scores again off the right block. She likes that right side.
She does. She's been tremendous today. Iona leads 34-12 points in the paint. Well, you see the great feed by DeFalco. And then the foul by Guillen.
Hard to imagine how she got the ball through there between the two defenders. A conventional 3. 15 today for Anna McLean. McLean on the year, averaging 10 points and nearly 10 rebounds a game. She led the MAAC in rebounding at 9.9 and 24th in the nation.
The other key to this game has been how they've controlled Lowenthal, and that was one of the game keys early. And if she gets a basket there, it only makes her 4 for 10 in this game.
And she's got a total of 9 points to go with 7 boards. Sabre Rice has come out big today for Fairfield. Anna McLean's come out big for the Gales. Still 3 minutes left. Jessica Smith with the long ball. Two-pointer just on the line as she released.
That was a dagger right there. They need her to play well and to play aggressive, but I don't think Fairfield expected her to drill that shot.
She hit a 3, remember, to start the second half. 9 points today for Smith. Had a good game yesterday against Fairfield. Here's Wirtz. And a jump ball. DeFalco is upset. She thought she was grabbed. And she's getting
She needs to cool off. This is not a time to lose your composure and lose your temper.
Norma Jones was right there, and Weiser, the official, backed off. You don't want to call the T here.
No. I think Kaskin just did a great job of slipping in there and tying that ball up. You know, maybe her anger is just directed at herself, but still, you don't want to lose your emotional cool at this point in the game.
All worked out anyway. They got the ball.
Got the ball back on the tie-up. So next tie-up. Next possession will go to Iona.
Two timeouts.
To Fairfield.
2 timeouts left for both squads. They fumble the ball that time out of bounds. And here's Tony Pizzella trying to work the sideline, showing that she was shoved, he said.
He's taking up DeFalco's calls there. Like I said, they're a reflection of each other, and their personalities are very similar. So they both need to just relax here for a moment. Get back to the matter at hand. That's basketball.
2-minute mark. 6-point Gale lead. Filling the lane, it's Kaskin. That's a good look pass. Megan Kaskin came in from the right side. 9 points. And now they burn another timeout. So the Gales are down to 1. Stag set the trap. They fell for it. Tony Pizzella obviously not happy with that. You don't want to give up those timeouts, especially with 1:46 left.
Right, and not a time to lose your cool and worry about officiating.
Pizzella obviously needs to get back in that huddle.
It's great dribble penetration here by Wirtz. Great job by Kaskin to fill the lane there.
Del Falco tried to get the call as Wirtz went airborne.
Yeah,
that was a good no call.
That was a good no call. That was
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That was a flop. She was already falling before there was contact.
You got to time that.
Right. But he needs to worry about his team. She needs to worry about her team. They don't need to worry about the officials. He's still pretty hot over on the sidelines there, but as I said, it's not a time to lose your composure.
This man has been under control. Joe Frager, head coach for Fairfield throughout.
Again, it goes back to Sabre Rice. She rarely shows a change in her facial features, and neither does he. And they're a reflection of each other on the court.
2-possession game with 1:46 left regulation. Moore came over, crashed into Smith, and Smith comes away gingerly hobbling.
He should be shooting 1-1 at this point.
Yep, they just got notified by the scores table, so both teams now with the 7. We saw a great ending to yesterday's Manhattan-St. Peter's game. Manhattan giving up a lead in the late stages. And Lau Morecki of St. Peter's buried a 3 with 7 seconds remaining to win it by 3.
It's a great finish. 2 for 12 for St. Peter's from the three-point arc, and Recchi had 2, including the game winner.
From the right corner. There's Jessica Smith. St. Peter's will be taking on Marist in our next semifinal.
If you get back to point guards or leaders on the court and your coaches, no matter what your style and your emotional makeup, you want that lead guard and that leader on the court to reflect your personality. It just makes coaching so much easier and a lot more fun. Big free throws there by Smith.
Gale's been good at the line today, knocking down 10 of 11. And Smith double digits. 2-possession game, 67-61. Fairfield basketball, 96 left.
Fairfield just needs a good shot, can be a 2 or a 3. Iona needs to defend and not foul, and grab the defensive rebound if they miss.
Kaskin shoved it inside. She had the foul line jumper. She threw it into a lot of territory there.
And again, they're daring her to shoot, and that's a shot that she should have taken. It was probably the best look they had in that possession. And I think he's calling her over to the sidelines to tell her that. Here we see the forced pass. And who else but McLean gathers it in. And I think he's telling her that right now, what we need to do. And if she has that shot, she has to take it.
She shot well today as well. Hitting about 50% of her shots. Here's McLean. And McLean rattles it home, and McLean on the year. We talked about it yesterday. 52% strike shooter. Her career number, 46%.
Oh, well, she got that one home.
Usually makes 1 or 2. And this time.
And I think the last 2 minutes of a close game, you can throw free throw shooting percentages out the window. Some players step up and make them, and others that shoot well during the rest of the game struggle in the last 2 minutes.
Wirtz misses a long 3-point attempt. Timeout from the Frager bench. And his team down by 8. As Iona looks to move to the MAAC finals for the 2nd consecutive year. Unfinished business, they call it.
It is unfinished business, and a remarkable job, should they get there, by Tony Bozella and his staff, because they lost Martina Weber, who went to the WNBA, and they lost Tony Horvath to graduation, who's now director of basketball operations. So 2 heavy losses last year, and he's rebuilt this team, and here they are on the verge of another conference final.
Stephanie Gia got her 4th foul, 9 on the team. Del Falco will be shooting. 1-on-1 situation. Iona's going to win this ball game at the free throw line if they hold them here in the final 62 seconds. Continue to hit them. Iona on the year, shooting only 67.6%, number 8 in the MAAC. You have to close out wins, especially you get to that championship game. And they're doing it right now. Lowenthal in traffic. It's a big shot. Frager burns the timeout.
Here we see McLean with the offensive board, the drop step inside and the score, and then the recovery and the block shot. And here she is grabbing that pass and scoring. She's done it all today for the Iona Gales.
Anna McLean, they're in the huddle. That conventional three-point play was real key when she banged in and got the free throw. Our Pepsi player of the game, 17 points, 7-11 from the field. She got stuck on that 9-rebound mark several minutes ago and a couple blocks. And her team leads by a 71-63 margin.
She still has 54 seconds to get a double-double, but I guarantee you the only thing she cares about is a win. She's not worried about Pepsi player of the game or a double-double. She wants to win this game.
And they take her out of the lineup right now because of the free throw, where she shoots again around 52%.
It's also he's come with a better ball handling group. Now she's coming back in for rebounding, but this group he has on the court right now is probably his best ball handling and best free throw shooting team.
Third on Wirtz. Double bonus time now. There'll be 2 shots here for the Iona Gales. Lord DeFalco, one of our Star Watch people at the top of the ball game. Quiet game as far as scoring, but an effective ball game. She hits that one.
He'll come back with McLean here for rebounding and defense for Lutz. It's good offensive defensive substitution there by Coach Gozella. Fairfield has their best shooting team on the court. It's got Wirtz in there, Groom, Rice.
They continue to stroke the free throws, keeping Fairfield at bay. There's the number 17 of 18 for the Gales. A 3 by Lauren Groom in that left corner keeps them alive. 73-66 on the main 3 by Lauren Groom. 13 today for the junior from Westbury, New York.
Here we see the forward guard go behind the back, distribute, and hit Groom for the jumper. Good move by Coach Frager there to get Groom back in the game on that offensive possession.
And Iona, again, knocking down all but one of their free throw attempts here with 40.6 remaining in our first semifinal. Coming up next, we've got Marist, the #1 seed. Today we'll go for a school record 30th win. They won 29 last year. They made the fabulous run to the Sweet 16. They won in a struggle yesterday against Canisius. Canisius played lights out defense on them.
Canisius had a terrific game yesterday and gave Marist all they could handle. So I expect another outstanding game here in the second part of our doubleheader. I've said all year that I felt the team that could give Marist the most trouble was St. Peter's. And Marist did not play well yesterday, and I think anybody that saw the game, even Coach Georges will admit it was not one of their best efforts. So
he got up there on the podium and he said, I knew it'd be a tough game. Yeah, blown them out. Canisius twice by 37 points on the average. I know they're going to be a tough opponent.
He's a coach. You know what? That's what I would expect him to say. But after 2 40-point wins, you really, I don't think anybody really thought the game would be that close. But all the credit has to go to Canisius and their game plan and their defensive effort.
Inbound for Cook. They'll hawk on her. And she realized she was in trouble and burns the timeout. Coming to you from Albany, New York, the 2008 Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Tournament. Fairfield and Iona. Fairfield the 3 seed, Iona the 2 seed. Along with Micah Ryan, I'm Dean Darling here in Albany. And once again, Fairfield in the red, Iona in the white. Iona 73-66, coming from a deficit of 9 about mid part of the first half to lead at halftime by 7. There's the brackets. Marist and St. Peter's to go off next. Marist the 1 seed, St. Peter's the 5 seed. St. Peter's gets a last second 3 yesterday against Manhattan to win that one 68-65. And Iona Fairfield, winner of this one, advancing to the bottom of the bracket with the championship ball tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. right here at the Times Union Center.
Well, I think we'll see Iona come out of this timeout still putting pressure on the ball. I'm sorry, Fairfield still putting pressure on the ball. I'm just not certain if he's going to foul right away. I think he still can take a chance at a steal or a trap before they foul. But I think they're going to have to foul pretty shortly.
They have to. They're over the double bonus limit. Iona's made all but one free throw attempt.
Still a 3-possession game here.
Joe Frager talking to some bench personnel.
Good opportunity here for Iona to fake and go long. Just what they do. Beautiful execution.
And Ricketts will go to the cup. Thought she might dribble it out.
I don't think even in this game you pass up on that shot, but that's a shot that she's got to make.
Rice shot up a wide drive. Saved there by Groom. And tapped out of bounds with 18.5. So they're down by 3 possessions. Desperately needing a basket in a quick period of time. Stephanie Syria will rush up to the scorer's table. She'll be coming in. Anna McLean is back in for defensive purposes, and out goes Ricketts with 18.5 left. There's Rice. Set up there in the corner for Groom. She draws the double team and just heaves it up. And now Iona will be fouled. And they'll be shooting 2 with 9.1 remaining. So it appears Iona is headed to the championship game for the 2nd consecutive year. They have never won the MAAC championship, participating in their 27th year of MAAC basketball. And they have had a strong finish here today, especially at the free throw line. And the Fairfield bench obviously pretty upset. They've had a wonderful season, 22-8. I hope that the postseason will continue as once again we'll get noticed by the WNIT with quality wins against Boston College and Richmond, and winning 12 of their last 16 on the season. And Fairfield head coach Joe Frager wants to recognize seniors Sabra Rice and Mika Wirtz. And Sabra Rice could be the last day she puts that uniform on. Flaherty for the clear. Bindu Lowenthal all the way up the court against Hedden for 3. Knocked out of bounds with 7/10 of a second left. So the Stags of Fairfield came out like a house on fire. Led early, 9-2. Iona got recomposed, came back, grabbed a 9-point lead, and eventually took a 7-point lead to the locker room at halftime. Too late. Lauren Groom hits it. It does count, but they come up short. 74-69. Our final score is Bozella will meet the coaching staff of Fairfield. Once again, the Iona Gales move on to the MAAC championship game. Gales of Iona improving on the season to 19-12. Stags drop down to 22-9. And the Stags end their season here in MAAC postseason competition, while Iona moves on. They will be taking on the winner of our next game, Marist and St. Peter's, to go off in about 30 minutes of time. And a joyous group right there for the Gales of Iona as they secure their 19th win. And after coming back from a deficit, they shot well at the free throw line during the stretch, made all but a couple, and eventually close out a 5-point win. As you see the faithful there of Iona. And Tiara Adden played very well for this team. Anna McLean played well. And we sent it out to Michael Ryan with a couple guests.